chemistry.
Today we're going to be talking about crafting the perfect roundhouse kick.
Look at how quick he gets that lead kick away.
All the small details which you might not understand, so you can throw like the best Muay Thai fighter in the world while minimizing your effort. Oh, first off, you guys have probably seen it already if you've been keeping up with the episodes, but my Strike Ready apparel line is now available. These are gonna sell out fast. Make sure you grab them. We got the awesome jersey, which has, and check it out here, it's got me tossing out that big flying knee, which has been just so lovely for me. And then we got these awesome shorts. Yes, those things right there are also beautiful. I particularly like the side with the mesh. It's harder to see there, but you got that mesh, you got that Strike Ready Spartan logo. I love this gear so far. So I'm gonna toss a link down below and one up there. Make sure you grab it before they're all gone. Now we're touching on trying to execute the most beautiful looking round kick. And many people, in my opinion, miss the finesse in fighting. Mostly because they don't see the beauty in the techniques. But to me, every move is similar to that of a move in ballet or gymnastics or something that is deemed very beautiful. But when you think about this motion, it's not just me just trying to do that. Of course, some people do throw like that. But when you get down this element of all the pieces clicking together, it becomes something special. So it doesn't matter what our stance is. We're not gonna really focus today on the skip. I'm going to assume that you guys have that down, whether it's my front leg or my back leg I'm kicking off. We're just going to go today from what happens when the kick actually starts. So, very first thing, I want to prioritize getting the kicking hip in the lead. And if I don't start with that motion, start by pushing this forward, I'm facing a downhill battle the whole time, or an uphill battle. Sorry, that's the expression. An uphill battle the whole time, because I'm gonna have this hip back here. I'm gonna be trying to lift and trying to kick and pivot, but this is back too far. Lead with this motion. That's my motion right there. And if you see my foot, my back foot, I'm pushing the heel off the floor. Whether it already was there or whether it's flat, I'm executing even higher and pushing that hip forward, getting that rotation. Now the next thing that will happen after that hip starts to push forward is naturally the shoulder is going to want to follow. Hip and shoulder moving almost in time together, but it's all starting from down here, so it's chain reaction. Foot, hip, shoulder all start to rotate. And now from there, I'm going to face this situation where if I don't start to turn my standing leg, I'm going to feel like I can't properly rotate this in front because this is not allowing me to do so. So that means as soon as I start this link, this chain reaction of everything off the backside moving forward, I want to turn and start twisting the standing leg so it allows everything that was in the back to naturally move all the way in front. That's how we start this motion off. And it's very easy if you grab onto something and you just practice, okay, I'm going to bring this in front and I'm going to pivot. Now when I pivot, I want to be elevating my height, not staying completely level. There are karate style kicks where it's kind of, but we want to come up because our round kick, when it makes impact, is not going to come horizontal. That's not what we're aiming for. We're not trying to lift it up full height and smash across this way. We lose power. We want to come upwards into the kick. And by elevating through that ball of the foot, I only intensify the power and follow through on it. Now, what do my arms do? That's the next question. I've thrown this hip, shoulder all the way in front. I've pivoted my leg. What are we looking for the arms to do at this point? The one that matches the leg which is staying on the floor, that's just going to stay in place. I don't need to do anything special with it. Keep it high in case somebody throws their own round kick at you. But the opposite arm, we're going to swing this down because that is going to help snap the hip, the shoulder, and the foot forward. If I keep this up here, it just doesn't have that same power as if I whip that arm down. So I've taken those, in this instance, left side of the body. I've thrown it in front. I've pivoted to max height. I'm keeping my opposite arm against my head, and the arm that matches the kicking leg whips down. What is my striking surface? It could be anywhere from the upper shin, if for some reason we get jammed, all the way down to midsection of the foot. Of course, what you're landing on will determine how much this hurts you. If for some reason you're landing on an elbow or you're kicking too low and clipping the elbow, yeah, that's not going to be pleasant, landing with the foot. But if you're landing on any part of the arm, the body, up to the head, it is absolutely okay to come and hit with the midsection of the foot. You're going to do far more damage to them than to yourself. Now let's touch on what the head does, because my head could absolutely stay facing towards the target, but because my shoulders are twisting, if I try to pull my head back in place, it's almost like I'm fighting against this natural motion. So allow your head to turn a little bit to the side. It does not need to go all the way to the side where you don't feel you can properly see, but kind of on a 45-degree angle is where your eyes will end up. So I'm here, and that is not going to fight against what's happening with the rest of the body. Now, once we make impact, we want to make sure that we're doing a proper rechamber, which makes me remind myself I need to back up one step and talk about this kicking leg. We don't want to keep it straight the whole time, but we don't need to think karate style kick where we're kind of going, huh. Allow it to bend, allow it to extend midway through, but you don't have to focus on straight leg or too snappy, sort of in between. Chambers up slightly and snaps at the end. Now, how do we come out of that? Once we hit, we need to be thinking back down and balanced as quick as we can. But a lot of people struggle because when they get to here, they drop their heel. And then when they try to come out, they're like, okay, I'm stuck. Stay on the ball of the foot through that entire motion. And the faster you go, obviously, the easier it will be. So I get up to the ball of my foot, and then I come out and I drop my heel only at the end of the kick. This one, which went from bent to straight, now comes back to bent as I rechamber and back around. Focusing on trying to land at the perfectly positioned place, which is exactly where it started. If we started here, we don't want to land here because now we're going to assume that that initial stance is the perfect one for us. We want to get back to the perfect stance, not to something too narrow or too wide in comparison. So practice, take a note. Where's my foot? Now from there, when I kick, I'm trying to get it right back to where it was. I think that was a bad example. It didn't feel correct to me. Weird kicking out of southpaw position here, okay? When I'm done, my hands are back up, one swung down, one came back, and right away I'm ready to continue my attack, or if I need to go on my defense. That is pretty much it. There's a lot of small points in there, but again, if you can take this technique and turn it into something that has all those little points, and you go, oh, this allows me now to feel like I'm flowing into it, but still creating really good power, all of a sudden you might go, I want to focus on the technique. I want to focus on the beauty because I understand it, and because it allows me to kick harder, kick faster, and be more efficient, all in the process. That's it, guys. I will see you back here soon for another video.